Yep. Meeting the customer here. We're going to be clearing out this garage, I believe. It's just some construction material. I actually got this lead from Nextdoor, the app. And it shouldn't really be too big. It was just some construction material based on the picture, maybe half a load. Pretty decent money, wasn't too far. Just, 10, 15 minutes away. Your typical travel time, right? Everything in town takes 15 minutes, it seems like. But the guy said it was in the mural building next to the car wash, and car wash, mural building, it's a garage clean out. Put two and two together. Pretty sure we're in the right spot. I wonder if this car wash is even functional. It kind of looks like it is. Like everything's still pretty intact. Usually when these things are vacant, they don't usually stay too intact for very long. Either the previous owners strip a bunch of things out, or you have, the people trying to take stuff that isn't theirs. And then you have other construction jobs that go on, and you never know what they do. Well, there is a dumpster back there too. A couple of mattresses. And this thing's leaking water. I wonder if it's from the roof. It's coming straight through these pipes though. And through that crack. Probably is from the roof. But luckily that's not our expertise. And we're just here to haul some things out. The guy said he has some OSB boards that he would like some help putting away somewhere. I told him no problem, I'll give him a hand. He said he would give me extra. We'll see how hard I have to work for it. But so we recently had like a full week off. I had to get rid of the cargo van because it had a rough idle when I bought it. Changed a couple things, didn't really help. But now the rough idle, I couldn't even get over like 30 miles an hour. So it got a lot worse. I changed the purge valve, evap canister, vent solenoid. Didn't fix the issue. And one reason I changed those is because it was spitting gas back out at me. Changed the gas cap. Pretty much everything other than probably what the issue actually was, which I don't know what it was. Couldn't spend too much time on it. When you buy a vehicle for $2,500, you've made 50, 60,000 from it, and you're gonna stick possibly $1,000 into it. By the end, I was already at least 500 into it. And so we got rid of it. We got a pickup truck, and that was a good buy. It was a real good buy. And so now we're running the pickup truck and the dump truck instead of the cargo van and the dump truck, which it's working out. It's pretty much the same. No complaints. I actually like driving the truck more. Cargo van's nice too, but I need a little bit of other kind of work to go along with it. So I'm thinking the next route will actually be a box truck. And not only can you do bigger junk haul jobs or fit more in it, you could also do moving jobs. Oh, it looks like our customer's here. So it's gonna be a piece of cake. I mean, pretty much. That's really all we got. The longer pieces of wood and some of these metal poles he wants to keep. So saves us a little bit of work. He actually wants help putting these OSB boards up on top for the flooring on top. And then there's just this barrel that's full of either drywall or actual concrete. Seems pretty heavy. It's probably drywall. And then there's also this kind of stuff that it could be. It's like, well, that actually doesn't look like Durarock. Kind of does. But, so we just have this small pile right here. He's gonna go run a couple errands. We're gonna get this taken care of. And I'll throw those OSB boards on top. We should be good to go. It's a lot of big wires here. Kind of wish I was separating. I mean, you see that? That's all wire, that's all metal. And these, I mean, you can see, this is a wire. You know, when it comes to scrapping, that's something you want. The job's a good price for what it is. So, you know, I'm not too worried about separating the scrap and stuff like that, at least not today. Sometimes, usually the more aware of how much scrap there will be, usually the more I will scrap, just because when you're adding scrap to a garbage load or the load that's going to go to the dump, or like for instance, let's say you had a pile of scrap and you have a brush pile, well, those are going to two different places, pretty much two different loads. Even if it was like half one, half the other, you know, that's pretty much two different loads because you got to go to two different places. So today I'm just not messing with it because it's going to get buried. It's not like it's a significant amount, although it could add to something I already have going, but I don't have much going right now for scrap. So we're just throwing it in the back. Let me tell you though, yesterday and Saturday, we did a gross job, man. This guy was living in his own filth. So bad I had to buy some booties or whatever you call them, you know, those things that go over your boots. Had to buy a mask, needed really good gloves. You know, you got to protect yourself. Safety glasses. I really wanted to buy a hairnet, but by the time I left the store, I had forgotten about it. Anyways, so bad. I get to the residence, and I'm standing outside the door, and I start smelling garbage, like immediately. And I just start thinking like, it's probably in the garage then, because the door was right by the garage. I'm like, this trash has got to be from the garage. And I knock on the door, he yells out, "Come in!" And I walk in there, and he's pretty much encased in garbage, his own garbage. Flies, roaches, everywhere. Bottles of piss everywhere. This guy probably bagged his own shit. Oh. That was a tough job. Just thinking about it, oh man. And he said he wants to hire me like once a month. He said he'll pay whatever it costs. He understands that things are very dirty, which is being generous. Straight up living in his own filth. Jobs like that, you almost don't even know how to react when you walk in. And the thing was, the guy sat there the entire time I was doing the job. So he's seen something like, you know, right, I'm there to pick up garbage. I'm a junk haul company. You know, there he has like 5 old radios sitting around this spot. And I'm like, you throwing this way? Nope, that's good. You know, he had some paper plates that were sitting there, had bugs all over it. And I went to throw it away, and he's like, well, if there's any good ones, keep them. So I took the top plate off, threw it in the garbage, the one that had all the bugs on it, and then kept the rest. You got to have more respect for yourself than that. You know, a part of me really wants to talk to him because he shows me. Okay, yeah, first of all, he showed me like 10 different empty bug spray cans, you know, kind of just scattered throughout because he's killing the bugs, and he's just sitting there after he's spraying this stuff. You know, that can't be good for you. And then he shows me this whole bucket full of prescriptions that I guess he takes on the regular. And, you know, you just want to say, you know, man, your living conditions probably contribute a lot to your health. You know, man, you want to get that taken care of, you got to get over here taken care of. You can't be living in your own filth. You got to have more self-respect than that. You know, and I did try to tell him, because he mentioned he wants to hire me like once a month to come in there and just to take garbage out. And I tried to talk to him and tell him, you know, I also do residential services. I actually have a customer right down the street. I can give you a garbage can, and I can come pick up your trash for you, instead of it just building up and maybe creating more of an issue. He was like, nah, that's not gonna work for me. I don't really move or get out much, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, well, I'll come here once a month and charge you more money than what it would be for just doing residential trash. You know? But a job like that is really tough because, you know, I'm walking in there and I'm like, you know, I have stuff to protect myself. It's not to insult you. I just got to think of myself. He's like, no, I understand. I get it. And, you know, it's really weird, though. I have to suit up in order to do that job, and that guy's living in it with no suit, right? Nothing to make anything any cleaner. And the way that garbage smelled, he bags his own shit. He must just kind of squat in a spot, put the bag under him, and shit. So disgusting. So disgusting. I don't even know how to handle jobs like that right now. Because it's like, that needs an extreme upcharge. You know, if it wasn't for me being the owner of the company and lining up the work and, you know, putting in the elbow grease and all that stuff, so when it comes time for employees are hiring work out or something, you can be like, I know you can do it because I've done it, right? You have that edge when you're doing stuff yourself. You'd have to pay somebody $50, $100 an hour at least to go up in there. And now that's what it was, because it was bad. It was bad. But enough about that. We're gonna head inside, get the rest of the day taken care of, see what else work we can grab or line up for the rest of the week. I did get a load up job set up for Friday. It's just a mattress pickup. Doesn't even meet my minimum, but it's going to be so quick. And because of a previous cancellation with load up during those 4 or 5 days or whatever that I had off, I had canceled an order through them just because I wasn't sure if I could do it or not. I'm not going to get too much into it right now. I will later, but I was just thinking of myself above anything else. So I probably owe load up like $20 or something. So this order is just going to take care of that, so it's not just hanging out there. And when I see a good job, it's like, oh, sweet. And then all of a sudden load up takes money away on a good job that I forget about. I don't want that. So I'm just going to do a little job real quick, take care of the money that they're owed, put a little bit of cash flow into my pocket, and creates a little bit of workflow. It keeps that momentum going. Momentum's crucial. Absolutely crucial. You could just spend one day. You can take one day off, kill your whole momentum, kill your whole month just because of one day. It's been my experience. You think you can take a day and you're like, no, I don't need to empty the dump truck today. I'll do it before the next order. 2-3 days go by, you didn't do what you were supposed to do, and now you had more time off than what you were going to. You have to keep that momentum. You have to stay moving. Do what you have to do when you have to do it. You're in charge of it. If you're a business owner, it's completely up to you on how all this stuff works. But we're going to get out of here now. Get our stuff done. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.